What is good, Council of Comics? It is 5 o'clock on the dot, June 23rd, 2024, Sunday, 5 p.m. It's time for film and box office news. We're doing Blade Trinity today. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Forever. Wouldn't you accept that gift?
My friends are coming to kill you.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office News live podcast, episode number 92 for this wonderful June 23rd, 2024. As Phil said, we're in the ending of a Blade trilogy, and Blade Trinity we will cover at the end of the show. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now. It will help us out very, very much. And as always, with me, the loyal council, Phil, Green Shirt Guy, C Bizzle, and Cliff is somewhere in the stratosphere somewhere. Hopefully he's safe. He'll jump in when he's ready. How you guys doing today?
Good. Doing pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Good Sunday, right? We're officially into summer. You know what I mean? Summer is officially here.
So I just checked my temperature today. Right now in Texas, in Plano, Texas, is 97 degrees, but with the heat index, it's 104.
Oh my goodness.
So here it's, well, where I'm at, it's 86 and the humidity is 64%.
My dad actually just said that they hit 119.
Arizona?
In Puerto Rico.
Ooh.
They hit 119 the other day, and it was just bananas. What's up, Cliff?
Hey, Cliff. Where's your
How
hat?
are you today?
I like the hat, Cliff.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have time to grab one.
I'm gonna switch you guys. More aesthetically pleasing right there, and I'm gonna put C Bizzle in the middle. It's more aesthetically pleasing. All right. I have those little ticks.
It would make more sense to put me and Seabizzle together because we're both wearing blue and the three of you were all
No, I'm not talking about what you're wearing. I'm talking about like
Yeah, but if you look, you're all wearing
like how
black.
you're angled, where you're looking, and the way Cliff's looking, it's like inward like that. And then my mic on the outside and Phil's mic on the outside, C Bizzle in the middle. That's kind of what I'm talking about. I know. All right. First thing we're going to start off with, we give you one chance to win a duck today. I give you a question. It pertains to the movie of the week. So let me just get this screen share going on here. Question. What was the name of the main villain of Blade Trinity?
Well,
Is it hashtag Elvin? Is it hashtag Drake?
what is the name
hashtag
he uses
Kendrick?
in this movie?
Yes. Is it hashtag Robert? I'm gonna put the banner down there.
Or what is his? The
He
current name they're
specifically
calling
called a name in this movie.
him? Well, that's what they're calling him now, but he has had many names.
He's had many names, but it wasn't the name of his name now in the movie now currently. So,
Yeah.
all right. So you put your hashtag.
I'm just looking at Alvin and laughing, by the way.
What, Kendrick doesn't make you laugh?
Kendrick makes me laugh
Yeah.
a little bit, but Elvin,
that's the first one that
you know it's
that's
not
the first one
Elvin.
that caught me. Yeah.
Oh, Drake and Kendrick. All right. Leave your answer in the comments below. At the end of the show, we'll spin to see who wins that duck, because tomorrow we are giving away our monthly giveaway, the best monthly giveaway in all of comics right here on the Council of Comics, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let me get into these announcements.
Because when has there ever been a villain named Elvin?
Give it time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh
Young
no,
at Heart.
Elvin's coming. Grab the children, women, and children for safety.
Young at Heart Foundation is an organization run by our good friend Mike out in California. They do great things for kids waiting medical procedures out there. There's two ways that you can help this organization. First way is you can go to the website youngatheartfoundation.com and become a donor by hitting this register to become a donor button or donate at Life America. More than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can help by registering to be an organ donor today. The second way to help is to sponsor a Hope Kit. That's 100% tax deductible. And they'll take all the funds, put them together, and create these nice little gift boxes for the children that are awaiting these medical procedures. If you have other ways that you wish to help Mike, give him a call at 323-396-9998 or email him at info@youngatheartfoundation.com and tell him that the council sent you. Next up, Alternative. This is our home away from home. It's located in Hyde Park, New York. 870 Violet Avenue, Hyde Park, New York. It's run by our great friend Anthony. Anthony has a special going on. They have comics, cards, and toys, and they offer the Hudson Valley's biggest selection of comic books. They bag and board all the comic books. It's a great, great thing. But he also has a special for those of you out there that don't have a local LCS. You're finding it hard because they don't sell them in the Rite Aids anymore. They don't sell them in the ShopRites. They don't sell them in those stores anymore. So you have to go to a local comic shop or get like one of those subscription model things. But I'm going to save you trouble, and I'm going to get you 10% off your books. You're going to give Anthony a call at 845-233-4234. That's 845-233-4234. And you're going to give him your pull list, the books that you want every week. And he's going to take 10% off those books, and he's going to get with you on how to ship them out and all that. And boom, problem solved from Alternaverse Comics. Problem solved. They also do card tournaments on the weekends. So those of you that are in the upstate New York, Hudson Valley area, if you're interested in doing card tournaments, they do Lorcana, Pokemon, Magic, many, many different tournaments. Give Anthony a call, and he'll give you the schedule for that as well. You can also email him at alternaverse2@aol.com, and the website is alternaverse.net. Going over to the YouTubes, the Council of Comics is at 870 subscribers. We're 30 away from 900. We're very excited about that. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit that right now. I just put up a brand new comic book pickups, 44 books for $70, something like that. So check that out. New Skits and Picks is up. It's a shorter version of New Comic Book Day Live. If you want to do New Comic Book Day Live, the full version, just go to this live tab button. You'll see it there. You can go to that as well. We also have Phil's Place on there and tons of other videos, council conversations, everything. Just check out our playlist and find something that you would enjoy. Next up, we have Cliff on Comics. Cliff, you're up.
Cliff on Comics, where you can join me Saturday mornings for Comics and Coffee with Cliff. This week's guest was Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy. Next week, we got 22 for 22 Comics, who's also part of the Monday Night Lineup. Look forward to seeing you then.
Excellent. Make sure you are subscribed to Cliff on Comics. Next up, Couching and Slouching with C. Bizzle. He's at 414, on his way up to 500. Go ahead, C. Bizzle.
Yeah, I'm creeping up to get to 500. So if you want to come to my channel, I do a lot of unboxings. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be dropping a video all this week. I got a 4-parter about all the books I purchased while I was in my hometown of Detroit, Michigan. I went to 2 comic book stores, and my brother gave me like a box full of comic books to take back with me. Check me out on my own channel, but also I'm with these great guys here at the Council of Comics on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. Come check us out. If you want to check me out on those channels, great. Take a look at what stuff I have.
Excellent. Make sure you are subscribed to Couching and Slouching with C. Bizzle. And the Council of Comics is part of this wonderful Sunday's legendary lineup. At 9:45 this morning was Breakfast with Brian. Then at 10:45, they had some comic book church going on. At 3 p.m., they had the Sunday sesh. They were talking about Heroes Con. At 4 p.m., they had Stuff About Stuff. And here we are at 5 p.m. with the Council of Comics and Film Box Office News. At 7 p.m., you have Kicking It with K-Pop. And then at 8:30, you have Legion of Comics at Week's End. And then at 10 p.m., you have Trev, the Shipping Guru. 9 p.m. Central with Evil's Comics, the Sunday Night Live Heroes Con recap. So make sure you are watching all those on the legendary Sunday lineup, my friends.
If you love comic books, Sunday is a good day to watch.
Yes, it's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. We got to talk some TV shows, stuff that's going on around here before we get into any box office and all that. And of course, thing that's on everybody's mind, any Star Wars fan anyway, is the Acolytes. Woo!
I like it.
I am enjoying the Acolyte very much.
I don't know what everybody's complaining. This episode was good.
I have not watched it yet, any of the episodes yet, but y'all one of the few people that said they actually like it.
That's because, Bizzle, you know, when you're into Star Wars, like me and Green Shirt Guy are, and we actually, you know, are into the lore, we can actually see what's going on here.
Well, I just also think that people are putting too much heat on something instead of just enjoying something that for what it is. I mean, like, if you like Star Wars, enjoy it. Why does everything have to fit into this little, you know?
And I'm having trouble speaking because of all the gas that's being passed from Sam's mouth. So
what is going on? Oh, yeah, look at this. See, all right. Go ahead,
you know,
Cliff.
When you're real fans like us and you know the lore like us, I'm like, okay.
I never used the term real fans. I just said
oh my
fans.
God, you did
I said fans like us.
We said fans like us.
Fans like us. Okay. Okay.
Why are you putting words in my mouth, Clifford?
Because I don't know, because it didn't sound nice.
You sound upset. You sound upset that you don't understand what's going on.
You got me fired up. I do understand what's going on. And I have a different perspective. So everyone who has a different perspective, they ain't shit. That's the problem.
No, we said it all.
Did I say that? Thank you. Green.
No, you implied it. You implied it. It's the implication of the word.
You're implying a lot yourself there, pal.
I know I'm implying a lot, but I know exactly what I'm implying.
I think you're transferring your own feelings onto this instead of just taking the same for what it is.
It ain't shit, is what it is. But I'm just saying.
But it's okay for you to say it ain't shit.
A lot of people put a lot of work into this, and you're not allowed to do that because a lot of people spent their hard-earned time and money to make a show. So you should just appreciate the fact that they worked really hard on this. This is something you say all the time, but when you don't like it, you get the shit out.
Oh my God, if that's not the pot calling the kettle black. Not to mention, you're Mr. Divisive. Everything everybody likes, it ain't shit. Everything everybody hates,
I don't particularly remember Green Shirt Guy saying that.
No one else is allowed to like it. I say that I don't like it and I think it's shitty. Hugely different than telling other people you're not allowed to like it.
Well, let's stick to the subject matter. Cliff, what is disappointing you about
it's not that good. How many Jedis are in this show and how action-packed is it? It sucks.
Why does it have to be action-packed?
Because what are we doing with 5 Jedi running around like doofuses looking terrible? Dude, I'm just saying, it's
like
fine.
Doofus is looking terrible. Like you need to explain more. Like that, you're just putting people down. You're not explaining your point.
I'm really happy to put everybody down. Last episode, one exciting thing happened. The ending. That's it. In between, garbage. Their outfits look terrible. It's $140 million show. It shouldn't look bad. That's mint. That's my biggest point. Don't look bad. Be more excited.
Doesn't look bad to me.
But it does. Dude, look at their outfits. Their outfits look terrible. Green Shirt Guy loves to
What is so bad about their outfits? Let me know.
The color schemes are terrible. They're blatantly bad.
The color
schemes are classic.
That's what you're having a problem with. The color schemes.
The visual caliber is low. Period.
This is one of the most beautifully shot shows from Star Wars. They're not using what they call that thing. The when they're inside that.
Oh yeah.
Very happy.
All these shots are from real set locations.
I just think it's funny too that you're saying that there's not enough action in this show, and that's why it's not good. When we all said that Andor was not action packed, and we're fine with
Andor's theme was about political intrigue, and it nailed it on the head. This one,
this is a murder mystery. It
I
doesn't
know,
have to have
but I'm kind of bored to tears, and like they're not delivering on the level I want them to deliver. I'm sorry that I have. Look at all the lightsabers in the promo poster in front of us. Like, do something.
We've only watched 4 episodes.
Of 8.
4 of 8 episodes.
Y'all
We've seen a lot of lightsabers at the end of number 4, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna make me go back on everything I ever reviewed, and I'm gonna find all of your worst moments, and I'm going to make.
Why would you do that though? Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset that we like this show?
Because y'all make me petty. Y'all bring the pettiness at me.
No, you make yourself petty.
I'm gonna deliver a heavy petty for you. Heavy pettiness. Can't wait. Y'all are asking for it. Go ahead and talk about how great this show is. And while you're at it, tell me how wonderful John Romita Jr. is too. Double header.
Oh man, JR, baby, JR. I actually just filmed the comic book pickups that has a JR in it, and I give him a lot of love. But when they killed off Trinity in the first episode, right? But what? Okay. I know people are under. I just don't understand why people think they can write a better show than people who are already in the industry.
Dude, stop.
Well,
stop.
No. But the point I'm trying to make is no. Wait a minute. You have not seen the whole show yet. You don't know what these plot points are going to lead to. So to say by the second episode, because you were talking this by the second episode
100%.
of how it's trash. This is garbage. But you have no idea where this is going.
I never used the word trash and garbage in the second episode.
Yes, you have.
I said I did not like that it was second and third rate quality, and I've been saying it every single episode. It should look better. Rings of Power isn't loved by everybody in the universe, but that shit looks beautiful. And I'll defend that it looks beautiful, except for that one scene that I really hated. But it looks beautiful. This thing, I like the practical effects. I like the action. But it is missing all the elements to make me want to tune in every week.
You are becoming those kind of people.
Close it and let me finish my thoughts.
Go ahead.
Also, like X-Men gave me 2 episodes and I was hot like fire every single freaking Wednesday morning, 4 a.m. I couldn't wait to watch X-Men. But this show doesn't do any shit like that for me. And I'm just telling you how it is. But no, Cliff, you're wrong. Cliff, you're stupid. Cliff, you're uninformed.
Case in point.
Nobody's called you stupid, Cliff.
Case in point, what did I say about X-Men? I didn't like it. You guys could enjoy it. It just didn't get me. I didn't say nobody's allowed to watch it. I just personally didn't like it.
And I didn't say no one's allowed to watch it, but I'm saying don't sit here.
Yeah, but I didn't say it was trash. I just said that I didn't like it. This is trash.
Wouldn't you agree? Okay, hold on. Wouldn't you? You don't agree at all. Okay, and I'm not trying to put you down on this point, but me and Green Shirt Guy have a little bit more knowledge about the Star Wars lore than you do.
And how dare you? Because
no, you don't think so? You don't think so?
It should be an acceptable entry point, okay? And
no, that's not what I'm talking about. Don't take it somewhere
else.
You
even with your
because we can probably understand a little bit more of the nuances that are going on.
I understand far more of the nuances than you know that are going on, okay? And
how is that?
Not in love with it. How? Oh, I don't know.
That's like me trying to come in and tell you something about Superman when I don't read Superman. How many Star Wars comics have you bought, Cliff?
I have more than enough resources to check
out. How many Star Wars comics on New Comic Book Day that you've lifted up and said, oh, I'm getting this Star Wars comic?
Not a single one. And you know what? I have Marvel Unlimited, bitch. And
have you read them then? So you've read them then. You've read them.
I love the beginning of the Star Wars series from several years ago, and I love the beginning of Legends from several years ago. But the new stuff ain't holding water. It doesn't do much for me. And there is nothing there that is relevant to this here, okay? And I am not having it. And it doesn't matter. The caliber of the show should not rely on any of your previous knowledge. If it's a good show, it's a good show. It's not that great. I'm glad you two are enjoying it, but stop talk you like because you're a superior fan in some way, shape, or
Oh
form.
my goodness.
That's the problem. People aren't enjoying it. And don't tell me that that's not how you come off when you talk like that, because that is how you come off when you talk like that.
And how are you coming off right now, Cliff?
Like a vengeful, petty asshole. And you're welcome, because someone
Right.
needs stability.
There you go.
Someone needs to drop out of
I'm just having a conversation. I'm just having a conversation. I know you're having a tough time with this, and I'm sorry.
I'm having a tough time with life. So,
I think,
All right.
since I watched the show, I think that creature is right out of the High Republic books.
I think
We
you're
got to
right.
see. So I think
Or
that's
it's
in.
a nod to.
Well,
Yeah, you
That's
know,
what-
because they were like the one I'm like, you know, I like the one I'm listening to now has like those bat winged creatures that like they were attacked by. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, that's that creature. And I was like kind of happy to see that because the High Republic does have some really cool monsters like in it.
High
So I'm
Republic's
hoping they
pretty
show
cool.
some more.
Can we get a Gertrude? Listen, the only one that's going wild off here is Cliff. Cliff, I'm sorry if we've offended you.
you absolutely have. You absolutely have. Absolutely. Don't try to use those tactical techniques.
All right. You know what?
I'm a
Stop
doctor.
right there. Stop right
Listen.
there. Because how many times have we sat here and you have berated people about things that you enjoy that they don't enjoy, and
Because
you
I come
said
with the
they don't know nothing about nothing, blah 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 blah. So
I'll come
Doug,
with-
I don't know what mirror you're looking in right now,
I'm
but
looking at the
you're
same mirror
looking in a
filled
pretty
with
big
this
mirror
anymore.
right now,
The
Cliff.
same mirror filled with soap scum and everything, just like everybody
Yeah,
else.
you need to get some
Clean your
Windex
mirror.
and wipe it down, Cliff.
Clean your home
Get some
mirrors.
Windex.
Clean your home mirrors first.
I
Clean
don't
your
care what
home
you. And when
mirrors
it comes to
first.
Star Wars, you can't tell me anything, Cliff. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it just like that.
Exactly.
You
And
can't
there's the
tell
truth.
me
There it
anything.
is. There it is, and there it is, and that's the truth right there.
No, you can't tell me anything.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna
exactly.
say
I
that
can't tell you
before,
because
but now I'm
don't-
saying you
don't-
can't tell me
No,
anything.
you don't respect anything I say, and that's what it is.
I
And
respect
That's not
everything
it at
you
all.
say.
I respect everything you say. I don't agree with most of what you say.
that's really nice.
There's a
I'm
huge
coming
difference.
here. I'm
I
coming for you
respect
separate.
you. I can respect you and your opinion and disagree with you. Conversely, I don't think you do that for anybody else. If you disagree with them, you think the person's trash.
That's not true. I mean,
Hmm.
look, how many minutes have we done? 17.
Oh,
I'm
that's
good.
not true. See, that's what I'm saying. Like you can put points on us, but when we tell you how you act, it's not true.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you just say? Everything is trash? Oh yeah. Oh, but you know what? When it was convenient, when I told that little a-hole that he was wrong about the Batman being trash and how he completely misunderstood the movie, that was comedic gold.
I mean, this is comedic gold as well. We're not denying
I
that
should
at
hope
all.
so. I mean, I'm already,
Oh man.
We're not denying that.
Cliff, the
We
reason
love
why you
you
sweaty
too,
'cause
Bobby
I'm
De
here.
La Ghetto. We love
I
you
was
too.
like, are you guys okay in there?
But like, can we all agree that the last 2 minutes of the last episode of The Acolyte was incredible?
Right,
And we-
but it's also upsetting when all I can say about the last episode is how incredible the last 2 minutes were and everything else bored me.
Oh, there was plenty of other things that I enjoyed about that episode.
Yeah, I
There-
enjoyed the episode.
Yeah.
I like some of the conversations between not May, OSHA, and Soul. There's some
Yeah.
nice stuff going on there without. It's really
Yeah.
subtle though.
And I'm starting to think
That's what
Soul
it is.
might
If
be.
you know what it is, you want some Puerto Rican rage directed at you? Come for it. Come for it. I'll
Everything
send you
is garbage. Everything sucks when you're not part of the
Let's go. Let's go.
The Phantom Menace.
I know, right? I did say like that Jar Jar Binks is not like the most hated thing in Star Wars, right?
But Soul, like, remember Soul in an episode, Soul said something like, "I'll tell you on the ship everything." So it was obviously there's something in there that we're missing, and that he's gonna tell us. I listen, the whole May and OSHA thing, I don't know. They might be the same person. They might be the same person. How that happens, I don't know how that happens.
I don't think
Right.
so.
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't
go-
think so. But that's I think there's yeah. There's a lot going on, and I'm looking forward to like the Next 4.
Bring on episode 5, baby. Bring
Yeah.
on episode 5.
Has
who we
anybody
got?
watched Presumed Innocent while we're talking about TV shows on Apple TV Plus?
No, I don't have it.
Oh,
watched,
if you have it, watch it. It's amazing. I don't know if it's based on a book. It's a murder mystery where the assistant DA is accused of murdering this woman who you find out he had an affair with. Long story short, there's a lot of pieces. It's really, really well done.
Be sure to
Is
check
that
it out.
like a Harrison Ford movie, Presumed Innocent?
No, well, it's the same title, I think, but
I think it's
newer-
I think it's
newer.
part of that, yeah. Las Cruces is in the house. Hello from New Mexico. Meatwad number 1 is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon, everyone. Kamari is in the house. Hey,
Finished
Council.
watching Bridgerton.
Nice. Gary Woods is in the house. Hello, guys. Brian LCS is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Brian. Canadian Survivalist is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Mellow Dope Live is in the house. Thank you for joining us. J. Margolis is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Big L. Larry Jackson is in the house. Say, hey, everybody, chilling from the Wallkill River, fishing, watching us while you fishing. That's what I'm talking about. Bobby De La Ghetto is in the house.
Hopefully we're not scaring away the fish.
Who else is in this chat? Who else is in here? Two Infernal Affairs. That's a new one. The volume. Okay. Yeah, we were getting loud there for a second.
I'm sorry, Infernal Affairs. You're probably new here. I lose my shit once or twice a month.
Freaky Louis. Freaky Louis in the house. He said, "Me no acolyte." That's cool. Larry says, "What? Clifford's 100% right. The storytelling is terrible. The acting is bad. Can't blame all the fans. All the fans can't be bad. Can't be racist." See, Cliff? Larry agrees with you.
Yes.
There you go. That's fine. Who else we got in the house? Aggressively Relaxing is in the house. Izzyverse is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Izzyverse. Remy Q Studios is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Kenneth Bird is in the house. Thank you for joining us. All right.
Remy Q's only providence.
It's always fun. It's always fun. You know what else is fun? The Boys. Is anybody watching The Boys?
I haven't. Yeah.
I gotta watch the other.
No.
I gotta finish Bridgerton.
It's important for me to stay on top of shows that I think are good.
You're not watching The Boys either?
I'm gonna watch it. I gotta.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I watched the first one. I just gotta watch 2, 3, and 4 still.
All right, then we'll probably do like a season review for everybody then. But for me, The Boys is phenomenal. This season is even crazier. Homelander is just wow. It's just wow. That's all I gotta say. But that's a great show. Episode
Have you
5
seen the
comes out.
video? It's on Instagram. It's a behind the scenes shot because apparently the guy that plays Homelander is deathly afraid of heights.
Yes.
Oh.
There's like a 15-minute clip where they have him taking off and you can still see the lines because obviously they haven't taken them out digitally. And he's like, "Nope, fuck it, nope." He's going.
Yeah, that's when he did oh my God, what was the spin-off series called?
Generation Gen V.
Right? So that scene at the end where he like comes flying in, like that's like a lot of time on him on wires. It's like, no, why are we doing this? You know, it's like you gotta keep it together, man.
Exactly.
All right. Aggressively Relaxing says, "Yeah, I wish we would have got the EU books as TV. Oh no, Luke's son is going to date one of the Sith from the whole planet of Sith we found. Look out, Coruscant is a Death Star." Listen, though, I'm not disagreeing with you. The whole EU was pretty good, but I just think people have to get past the fact that it's not canon anymore. Like, you have to get past that. Like,
I mean,
new canon.
They are slowly bringing in some of the best stuff.
Yeah.
So eventually, a lot of it will be back.
I would not be surprised if Darth Plagueis shows up at the end of the Acolyte. I would not be surprised. Or his master, Darth Tenebrous, which leads into Plagueis.
Maybe.
All right, so we'll talk more about Gen V at another time. How about another one? House of Dragon. Everybody watch House of Dragon?
Yeah, that I
HBO.
watched. That was good.
That was good.
Afraid of the Rats.
Episode 2 is tonight.
Oh.
House of Dragon it's a slow burn. Even season 1 was a slow burn, but this is continuing a slow burn. But it's really good.
Now,
Like,
is this supposed to be like the prequel for Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
this is 300 years
This is the
before
Targaryen family.
Game
yeah.
of Thrones.
Okay,
So this is what it's basically the infighting of the Targaryens, basically.
gotcha.
So House of Dragon, dope. We'll talk more about that at another.
Is
Cliff,
that
are you
the
watching House of
guy-
Dragon?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that actor
that-
the guy from Morbius who's his friend that turns into a vampire at the end? Too?
AKA a former Doctor Who doctor. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
That's
right,
that's
he
why I
is.
was gonna say Doctor Who. Yeah.
Yes. Mel Dope Live says
Matt-
House of
Matt
Dragon is
Smith?
fire. So does Bobby De La Ghetto. I suggest episode 2 is tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check that out. All right.
Don't have.
Let's
cable.
get into-
I don't have HBO.
Oh no.
It's the only one I don't really the only one I don't have.
Let's get into the box office, ladies and gentlemen. Not as big as last week, but just big enough. Inside Out 2, 100 million again.
Saw it.
Nice.
Yeah, what did you think?
I keep hearing great
I liked
things.
it. I liked it. It's
Okay.
so Inside Out 1 is fully an original idea. So this loses a little bit because it's not. It's you're in that world that's not original anymore. But it does enough to introduce some new things while giving you some of the old hits. Yeah, it's a fun story. It's good.
Okay.
I recommend it.
It's at 740 million.
Yeah.
It's
And
the most
second
successful
week.
movie this year.
Yeah.
In what, 3
Blowing
weeks?
2 weeks.
2.
It's at 750 in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's going to get to 1 billion before 4th of July.
Yeah.
That's
So
nuts.
big movie right there. Pixar is back.
How's Bad Boys doing worldwide?
Bad Boys, it dropped 44%,
actually-
made 18 million. It's at 289.
Yeah. I'm actually going to
think
see
it
that
needs-
this coming
Movie
Tuesday.
that no one was sitting around asking for. It's doing really good.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's doing
It
well
needs to hit
here,
3. Yeah, it
but
needs
if
to
you
hit
look at
3.
it worldwide or internationally, it's not. It's movies usually do double internationally, and it's not hasn't made it's made domestically.
They're
I'm going
already
to go see it this Tuesday, so
in development
I'll
with the
let y'all
next
know.
installment of that. So, and Will
Oh.
Smith just got himself a movie deal with Sony, so I guess all is forgiven. with
Oh,
Will
wait,
Smith.
let's not say all is forgiven. Let's just say he's on the right track.
He's
Speaking
found
of
the right.
Speaking of being on the right track, did y'all see that Jonathan Majors won a Perseverance Award? Oh,
Yep.
shit.
yep.
Yep.
I'm no comment on that
What is,
situation.
what is the Perseverance Award?
And why is he getting it? Why is he
What
getting
is it?
Well, you know what it's supposed to be. It is what it sounds like. You persevered these traumas. It's like you persevered beating up that white girl. I was like, let's see what comes next.
Oh my God.
So Ray Rice gonna get one soon too, then? Or
I mean,
Probably.
How can we win this shit in a couple years if we're not careful out here?
Listen, it's Hollywood.
Puffy's
ladies
on the
and
short
gentlemen.
list for next year. I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't mind if he's on the road to redemption, but Perseverance Award is not it, baby. Not
Yeah, I
it.
think it's a little too soon for that. It's just a little too soon for that. At number 3, we have the Bike Riders. Made 10
I
million.
mean,
Like, right.
it looks like it's got a great cast, but it also looks kind of stupid.
Let's
And
see
I was a
what the
big fan of
Bike
Sons of
Riders is
Anarchy,
about.
so
Oh, that's
The
basically
Bike
what it's like.
Riders.
Yeah,
It's-
it does
it's
look
a
kind of. I
biker
do like a lot of the people in it though. Like, so.
Austin Butler,
yeah, it's got a
Yeah.
great cast. It just
Michael Shannon, Jodie Comer. Where do I know her from?
Killing Eve.
From
Yes.
Killing Eve. There we go. Yeah, it's got a
which
great.
I did like the end of, by the way. The last season and a half was like, this is getting old.
Yeah.
And the ending pissed me. The very ending pissed me off. So anticlimactic. I was like, I watched this for 5 seasons for that. If you're gonna do that, you should have done it 3 seasons ago.
The Garfield movie drops only 24%, bringing in 3.6. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is still rocking hard, number 5.
As it should.
Only dropping. So I deserve the top spot. If
is good too. I recommend If.
If is up there, only dropping 20%. The Exorcism debuted with 2 million. Thelma debuted with 2 million. The Watchers had 1.9. Ghost Right Here, Right Now debuted. Furiosa.
What's that at total?
Furiosa?
Yeah.
A very sad number.
Very,
Not good,
very,
right?
very low number. 168
Whoa.
million.
This is insane because this movie's very good. Why are people not going to the theater for this?
Is it
No
poor
Mad Max.
advertisement?
Right,
It
but
could
like,
come out at a weird time too.
I
And if it doesn't
guess
grab
I
people right
was like,
away.
but somehow Inside Out 2 is doing gangbusters.
Well,
I mean,
because
like,
the whole family can go see that, Cliff. So you
Yeah.
got 4 and 5 people going.
I
And you can go see that movie 2 and 3 times. Nobody's going to see Furiosa 2 or 3 times.
know, but go see it once. I mean, once
I
would
don't
do
disagree.
Listen,
I wouldn't be surprised if this movie does well on the back end once it gets to, digital rentals. and
HBO
that
Max.
stuff.
It's going to go to HBO Max before August. So
Yeah, I'm just saying this movie was actually very good. I don't know where people are. Like,
I'll tell you real simple. There's no Mad Max in the movie.
I know, but that's
I
so
don't think
weird
that's totally it.
because the
It's,
movie like, it gives you that.
prequel.
If you had Tom Hardy in this movie, it would have made a lot more money.
I don't think that's it. It may be part of it. I honestly think it came out at a weird time. And tell me you saw any advertising for this movie before it came out.
But I did. That's how
Awesome
you
I
know.
did
I don't
see a lot
remember
of
any. That's what I'm
advertising.
saying. So
Oh,
like, maybe there
nothing
was. I
crazy.
just don't remember it. So I don't think it got a big push. Kind of like, and I know people hate Solo, but Solo got no advertising, and I think it was a decent Star Wars movie, but it did terrible because Disney didn't back it. So
Yeah.
I think that's what this is suffering from. Not a whole lot of advertising, and it just came out at a weird time. Not that nobody would go see a movie then, just a weird time to come out. And now other stuff's coming out, so people have completely forgot about it.
So I think it'll do good. Like, plus it's one of those things like, if I didn't make it, I could wait for it on HBO Max.
Right.
Which is going to be there. Like they go to the streaming like that. Like,
Streaming's changed a lot of things, man, in the movie industry.
yeah,
I think you think you're only gonna have big blockbusters like Inside Out, Deadpool, but all the other ones they'll make some money, but
and
people
they'll be in
wait.
streaming in
You know what I mean?
45 days. Like,
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
you can't keep up with the stuff you got on streaming now. So, like, by the time it's time to watch Furiosa, it's there.
Well,
on
and
Max for you.
you got to take into effect where the economy is right now. People are really picking and choosing how they're spending their extra cash.
That's
So
a big part of it.
You're going for the can't miss instead of, do I want to try this one?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. That's a huge part of it. Yeah, and then here's the top. What's the Wicked Little Letters? Came in at number 30. Moved up from 35. It made $6,000.
15
Congratulations.
theaters.
Yeah, it made about $5 million.
What
So
about Green Border? Coming in hot
Is it
in
one-
one week.
One theater.
$7,000, one theater. But yeah, all
I
right, so
want human. Hold on, go back to that
Yeah,
last
go
one.
back. What was that
Humanist
one?
vampire seeking.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Suicidal person. Hold
What
up,
the
that sounds like something I would see.
a young woman vampire is unable to kill to meet her need for blood, but may have found a solution in a young man with suicide. Oh my god.
That's more.
There we go.
So we must watch this for October. This has to go on our Halloween list.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's the
We'll
one
see.
that came out recently with the little girl who traps everybody in the house?
Oh,
Is it Abigail?
Abigail.
Abigail?
Right, but it's the one.
Abigail.
She's the daughter of Dracula, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's we have to watch that.
Yeah.
I watched the First Omen over the weekend too.
Of
How
the
was
new
it?
First Omen?
That was the new First Omen. Like that was it was actually pretty good.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's our box office, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know in the comments what you have watched this weekend. But now it's time for homework. You were asked to watch Blade Trinity. Hold on, what's going on here? Part 3 of the Blade movies. This was directed by Goyer. Me and Green Shirt Guy were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Not my favorite of the Blade movies.
I
feel like it's
I
yeah.
disagree.
No.
I feel like it stepped down a lot.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was like I kept asking myself, is that Jericho? Like it looks like Jericho because I don't know my wrestlers. No, it's Triple H.
It's Triple H.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
Triple
Triple
H.
So that's why.
I think so. A couple things that I noticed, and this is pre Marvel Phase 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how in all of the Avengers movies, let's just say, all the ones with the Avengers, even I think in Black Panther, if you want to, you might be able to include Black Panther as well. Every time you see them, they change their costume.
Yes.
And they did that with this, and I think this is the best of the 3 costumes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the red.
I didn't
think
mind the red.
I
didn't
think
like
it's
the first
more
one.
comic book accurate. I just didn't like the
It
red.
grew on. I like it,
Yeah.
and I like the fact.
Oh.
I like the tattoos they added on his head.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope too.
Yeah.
Um,
And they did change the costume for Black Panther, just to let you know.
Not much, but just slightly.
Yeah, it was a subtle change.
Kind of, and I mean,
What-
even Black Widow, who's kind of nondescript, her costume changes every time you see her.
I was kind of thrown out of it right from the jump when Ryan Reynolds started talking in the beginning. And I was like, oh my God, it's like Deadpool talking.
That's what I was about to say. Like it's that
It was.
pre-Deadpool.
And in the meantime, all I could think is like, oh my God, no wonder I fell in love with Ryan Reynolds with this movie. And like,
Well, what's wild is, and
I watched this movie and I like it more than I remember. And
so did I.
yeah.
So I went in with no expectations on this movie, and I actually enjoyed it. There's a couple things that took me out of it slightly, and I'll give you.
He
Ryan
has like
It's
a
too
lot of
jokey.
good Ryan Reynolds one-liners that like pulled
You
up
gotta
because it's
remember
Ryan Reynolds
though.
one-liners.
But it's
coming
so
off-
Deadpool, though. It's so Deadpool.
Well, he
to
got
me.
Deadpool
but back
off of
then-
this.
No, I know. Back in the days, I wasn't thinking that, but now watching it, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so.
But he's
Deadpool.
coming off Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place. That was his big to do.
Wow, I
So
forgot
it's
all
a
about
sit-
that
it's a
show.
sitcom.
Yeah, I forgot all
Now-
about that.
Is he worse in this than Green Lantern? No.
No.
But I like Green Lantern.
Oh, Green Lantern. That's a trash movie. I'm sorry. You can like it. I think that's a trash movie. I personally think, but you can like it. You're welcome.
I like how from now on, this is going to be our motif. Now, it's absolute garbage. You can like it.
You can like it. I still like it.
Every time from now on, when someone in the council hates something, yeah, this is the worst garbage that humanity has to offer, but you can like it.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I think it's trash, but you're welcome to enjoy it.
Aggressively Relaxed says, did you guys listen to Patton Oswalt stories about this movie?
No.
It was a horror show, this movie. It was a horror show behind the scenes. Reportedly, Wesley Snipes was just a horror show, man. He didn't want to come out the trailer when he wanted to come out. He didn't like something. He just walked off. Ryan Reynolds said the same thing.
So he became Bruce Willis.
Yeah. And you
Bruce
kind of
Willis
can
told the
see it
story
in the
about Bruce
movie
Willis.
because Blade doesn't really talk a lot in the movie.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but he doesn't talk a ton in the other ones anyway.
Yeah. But
it's almost like he had an attitude.
Yeah,
More
like
of
the
an attitude in this
voiceovers, there were no Blade voiceovers like the other two movies.
Yeah.
And you could kind of see like, oh, he probably didn't want to come in and do the voiceovers, so they got Ryan Reynolds to do the voiceovers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
but if you look at the story, it would make more sense for Ryan Reynolds to do the voiceovers because at the end of the movie, you don't know where Blade is.
True.
And the whole
Very true.
crux of it is this is what was going on, and we're still around fighting, but we don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So we talk a lot about Wesley Snipes. We talk a lot about Ryan Reynolds. How did y'all feel about Jessica Biel?
I love Jessica
I thought
Biel.
she was good too.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
like
actually-
her.
I
I didn't like her in this movie.
I didn't hate Ryan Reynolds. I just thought there was too many jokes. If it was peppered in here and there, I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. It was just too many of them.
Well,
And
he had
some
to
of them-
carry this
some of them felt very
movie. Like that was what
Yeah.
carried the movie through. Like
I
after
thought
that, it was.
I thought her being Whistler's daughter was shoved into the movie. That's what
that's
I
so
thought.
you can get Blade to do the head turn when Ryan Reynolds yells Whistler.
Whistler, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you do that.
Yeah,
I
I think the main thing about Ryan Reynolds is if Deadpool never came out, you might have a different opinion about his acting in this one. But the fact that we know how he is as Deadpool, every time you see him in any other movie that's similar to the Deadpool character, you'll think it's Deadpool.
100%. Well, that's that awful Wolverine origin movie
Yeah.
where
Well,
he basically is Deadpool but not being Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool for 5 seconds at the beginning of the movie, and it's great. It's the
How
best
about-
part of the movie is when he gets to be Deadpool for 5 minutes.
How about the talk about Jessica Biel, the gratuitous shower scene
Oh,
where
she's washing off the blood.
There's no way she had that much blood on her.
There's that like I thought like
That's
that
okay,
kind
though.
of like confirmed like
That's it,
she's
I
in this
agree.
for
It
eye
just fell out of
candy.
place.
The only problem that I had is that we did not have a gratuitous shower scene with Ryan Reynolds. Like that's my
He
thing.
had him with his shirt off for no reason.
He had his
at all.
shirt off enough for you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think.
Yeah, he had his
There's
shirt
no
up. For
reason
what?
for it.
I don't get dong in an R-rated film. I don't want dong.
It's a
And
different
and
way
his
to get
vampire
dong.
sigil was
We
right
get
on his.
boobs or vag, so you're not getting dong.
I'm just saying we should be
You
getting
got
all
man
the boobs
boobs.
and all
We
the
have to get the
dongs that
man
we
boobs.
want in an R-rated film in 2004.
I just,
Um,
I did love the part where she comes in to save him, and she kind of rubs his head and she goes, "And I brought your toys," and runs off. That made me laugh.
So this movie is basically about vampires are trying to bring back the
First.
legendary
Yep.
Dracula type.
Right.
Yeah, the
Guy.
first vampire.
Yeah, the first vampire, because it was crazy. Like I thought that was sick the way he was designed. Like
Yeah.
like he has part of the second Blade trilogy guy's mouth. He
Yeah.
has that kind of part.
Oh
I
my
like the
God.
Well,
way
and
he
his
was
fangs,
wearing.
he had these fangs. Not
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. But once he's revealed in human form, I was like, this is horrible. I don't like this at all.
Oh.
I was like, I don't like this at all.
I
But
did like that they did have to explain how he's allowed to walk in the sun. And Blade's
Yeah.
like, he's like, "Yeah, I was the first one." Duh. I
yeah,
was like, "All right, you broke a rule, but you made it believable. I'm okay with it."
Yeah.
and he's not even like he comes in like 30 minutes into the movie or something like that, and
No,
About,
that's at the
like,
beginning.
Dracula,
First
come on.
big fight between him and
after the
Blade
beginning, yeah.
is him that just those two chasing each other through the daylight.
That's what I was like. He's like, I will destroy this Blade. And when he meets him, he's running from him the whole
He's
time.
running
What are you
from him.
running from him
They're
for?
jumping through windows because
Well-
everybody jumps through a window in this movie. That is a guarantee.
Everybody.
End of that,
Everybody goes through a window.
how about at the end of that, he throws the baby and Blade catches it, right?
Yep.
How many streets over is that baby's mother? Like,
I
she's
don't
never-
know.
She's never getting that baby back. Does he
No.
remember where to go?
Blade
I don't know.
has super sniffer. He can find the mother.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not wrong. He's got vampire sense. He'll find her just fine. But by the way, can I just tell you how much I appreciate that when I saw this dude's face? I'm like, why does Dracula look so familiar? And I'm like, oh my God, it's Heatwave from Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's the older
Yeah.
brother from Prison
Yeah,
Break.
he is.
Yes,
Yeah.
and of course,
The
from
Heatwave.
Prison Break, we also get Captain Cold on Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's all connected. I love it.
It's all
And I've never
connected.
liked this actor. I thought he's got a menacing presence, but I don't think he's a good actor.
I love his menacing presence.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dracula.
I can-
It was just a little weird.
I can see
What
him
exactly
playing
is
this guy.
Dracula's motivation in this movie, by the way? Because he
Uh,
keeps telling these new vampires that they're trash and they have no honor, but then he goes along with whatever they want.
You know, I
I
think they
know.
were trying
It's
to
just like
create.
me. I have the same problem. I think it's a confidence issue.
I think they were trying to create like a new, like at the end, he kind of.
Well, they wanted his blood so they can become daywalkers.
Okay, so here's my blood. Why am I doing your
He doesn't
errands
want
for
them
you?
to be like that, though.
What's that?
He didn't want them to be like that.
So that's my point. He
Yeah.
either is working for them because he wants to, which he doesn't, because he thinks he's above them, but then he runs errands for them during the movie, which makes no sense.
Yeah, like I wanted him to be like
Yeah.
King Dracula, like yo,
Right.
I'm the boss here. But it
No,
just looked
one
like
of
he was just
one of the biggest problems of this movie is the story is so weak that you're like, why are we?
I
why-
disagree. I think the plot device is the most the one that you can follow the easiest. Whereas the what they were trying to do in the first two is a little murky towards the end. This one at least makes sense through the whole thing. You can see it's kind of dumb, but you can at least follow it.
I can
I
follow the
guess,
first one
but
pretty well.
Dracula should be like the big bad and amazing, and instead
Agreed.
he's like, why are you here and what are you doing and why is nothing you do align with who you are?
Yeah, he's basically became an errand boy.
But he's going through a window.
Right.
Yeah, because he looks
Right.
cool jumping through a window. I mean, I got it looked cool. The fights look cool. Like
I thought the fights were
Yeah, I thought the fighting was kind of.
I thought
Ryan
so.
Reynolds and Triple H have a wrestling match.
Yeah, I'm like, how's Ryan Reynolds? This is a
There is
Triple
the
H vampire.
I was
Ryan
like, yo,
Reynolds-
what is going on? This
We-
is
we
really
know
some
damn
WWE.
we know damn well that must have been Triple H's contract. Okay, so I'm going to overlook it as best I can.
I'm not. It was there.
It's very much there. I can't really overlook it.
Well,
Even
how about-
Like, how is Hannibal? How's Ryan Reynolds' characters like standing up to Triple H? Like he's punching him in the face,
Because
kicking
Ryan
him,
Reynolds
and I'm
is
like,
is an
I'm like,
older,
this
bad
is a vampire though.
He's a better vampire. Let me
Well,
learn.
explain to me how they all have all these silver bullet guns and all this other stuff, and then Jessica Biel's got the bow with the
Klingon
UV light,
weapon.
which is a dope weapon. Don't get me wrong, not used enough.
True.
But when they're fighting these, the tactical covered vampire guards, why are you not shooting them all? Why are we going hand to hand? Why am I wasting my time? Stab, stab, stab. Just keep running.
I felt like the
Yeah.
hand-to-hands. It wasn't like the
It was
martial
good
arts
fights, but-
compact that we got from like the first two. Like those fights did look cool. Even like the first one with Blade, there was like a scene where he's just like shooting his like Uzis behind him, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what is he shooting at?
Right?
I still think it looked cool.
I know it was in there to look cool, but like when I had to think, like, what is he even shooting at right now?
Because the gun looked like it was pointed upwards when he went backwards.
Yeah, he had no look. He was just letting off rounds. Like,
The thing that got me was, remember the scene where they're going to, I think they're going to the psychiatrist guy who's the familiar, and they're dressed like this, walking through New York City, and nobody turns their head. Nobody looks at them like, where are they going, or why are they dressed like that? They're
It
like,
was
"Oh,
2004, and let's be honest, at that stage
2004.
in our lives, people were just starting not to care.
I mean, still,
2004.
And plus, it's like not only is 2004, but you gotta look at it like in the world of Marvel. We don't know if other superheroes are in that city.
I'll
And
give
it's just like-
I'll give
yeah.
you that. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
I'm like Mr. Fantastic right now. I'm stretching it, but
I'll
Yeah.
buy that. I'll
Yeah.
allow it.
No, they did go into the office looking like that. That is not
I think Ryan. This is
even
right
in
here,
2004, nobody dressed like that.
Well, Ryan Reynolds, minus the gun holsters, that look like somebody would wear walking down the street.
Yeah, gun
Yeah.
holsters though.
Yeah, mine. Yeah.
Huge guns in them.
True. Even Jessica Biel, like you take the quiver and the arrows, she can walk down New York with that.
Not
Well,
post
that's my
9/11.
point, though, is they're wearing all the other stuff. I'm not talking their clothes. I'm just talking generally.
Oh,
Had
what's
the
what-
best death scene all
what's
along,
The best?
when the guy says, "Don't move a finger, you're dead," and he goes, "How about just one?" That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I thought he died too quick.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I mean?
I imagine Chris Christopherson being very happy to die that quick in this movie.
Right?
You're like,
I think one of the things this movie suffers slightly from is it looked a little dated when you see all the computers, and they show you MP3s like 6 different times, like Apple had stock in this movie.
There you go,
oh,
Cliff.
like the old
There you go, Cliff.
iPod. I was a
Yeah,
little bit
like,
jealous when I saw that old iPod.
My favorite scene right here.
All right.
And I think they're trying to make it look state of the art, but it looks so dated now.
Let's give our numbers for Blade Trinity. Cliff, you can go first.
7.5.
7.5. Okay. Green
Had
shirt
a
guy.
great time, and Ryan Reynolds just still does it.
Okay.
All right.
So, like I said, for me, this was the most linear, followable plot. It had some issues, but at least it made sense. Well, let me go back real quick. Remember the part where Dracula's talking to the little girl about how would you like a gift of living forever and you'll be a child forever? I'm like, yeah, but 2 movies ago, you said all vampires just age slower than everybody else, so eventually she'd be an adult. Putting that aside. I
Okay.
think the plot was fine. Little bit too jokey with Ryan Reynolds. I didn't love the vampires per se because I thought they were a little overacting, but I was okay with it. I looked great again. I thought the costumes were 8.5. I give another 8.5. This is
Ooh.
yeah. I like
Wow,
the
that's
first one. I think the first one's probably the best, but this is like right there.
Bobby De La Ghetto gives it a 10.
Mm.
Phil, you're up.
Oh, this is a 7. Like, I'll be honest, this would probably be a 6. I think like Ryan Reynolds might carry this movie into that 7. But like, yeah, the fighting is a little bit like cheap. It's no longer like martial arts fighting. Like I said, there is a WWE wrestling match. Like Triple H is in the movie. It's like, so the action isn't quite up to the par that the others were. Everybody goes through a window, so it's very like predictable, I guess, like that. Yeah, this is a 7.
Phil, I'm with you. I just want to interject one thing. At this point in time, if Marvel came out with this movie, right, and like updated the effects and had Black Knight instead of Ryan Reynolds running around with the freaking obsidian sword cutting people up, I was like, that's a great Blade movie, Marvel. Make it.
I agree.
I'm like, this is nonsense. Even this is better than the garbage.
I was actually thinking about that, and honestly, like if I was Marvel, like what they would need to do is just like not do like don't even worry about what they did for these Blade movies and make Blade your thing now. Like make Blade your thing now, and not worry about like what people. No, you just got to make it yours now.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, like, it will take so little to please us, you know?
All right. C Bizzle.
Yes. So I'm on the same boat as Cliff. I'm giving it a 7.5. It is the weaker of the 3 for me. Mr. Guy, just for me.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think I would watch this one again before watching the second one again.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
So
Yeah.
because of what I gave last week, I have to give this a higher score. I enjoyed it, but no,
Yeah,
that's fair. Completely fair.
I like Blade's costume. Like I said, it's more comic book accurate. And being that it's 2004, I took my Deadpool brain away from this, and I just looked at Ryan Reynolds for this particular character the same way I had to do when he was Hal Jordan. So this was still a very good movie. This trilogy is probably one of the better superhero trilogies of all time, like from 1 to 3. But this is for me, it's the weaker of the 3.
Okay. All right. And then I'm going to give it a 7 as well. I agree with you, C. Bizzle. For me, myself, this was the weakest of the trilogy. Just didn't feel like the first two felt like everybody was all in. You know what I mean? Like everybody was on, let's make the best Blade movie that we can. I just felt like with this one, it kind of like they were like getting tired of it and just trying to get it done. That's just my opinion though. But still, that brings us about like what, a 7 or so average on everybody. So it's decent. So it's fun, entertaining.
Probably.
Yeah, it's a fun, entertaining movie to watch. So yeah. All right, Phil, let us know what our next trilogy is going to be.
Okay, Sam knows. It's going to be Hunger Games.
Ooh.
Hunger Games. And
With an
for
extended week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yup, for
because the
catching.
third-
Well, no, we're going to do Catch a Fire. You just get extra homework.
Yeah.
So are
How many?
these
Is
streaming
there
anywhere?
a million Hunger Game movies?
No, we're doing the first 3, but the last one is split into 2 parts. So it'll be a 4-week adventure.
Oh, you want to do it as a 4-week thing?
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's do it as a 4-weeker.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a Hunger Game month. Look at
Hunger Game month.
Are these streaming anywhere? Or am I gonna have to pay for them?
I don't
They're
know.
streaming in hell. I'm sure of it.
Wow.
That's what it is.
All right, excellent. All right, so we got something. up
Katniss
there.
Everdeen.
I love the first movie.
Katniss, and Kamari's gonna love it too because she's a huge Hunger Games.
The funny thing is, I've never really watched it.
You're gonna be
Really, Steve?
I've seen the first one.
Oh, Steve Bizzle, it's gonna be so difficult. The first one is real good, and then you really start to question a lot of choices after.
My family was watching it in the living room. There was like a lot of older ladies was watching it, and they were. I saw the clip of it when the kids were killing each other.
Yep.
And it was like, oh my God, what are we watching?
Yeah.
so they had to cut it off because they didn't want to see kids being killed.
Yeah, that was called. That scene is called the cornucopia.
The cornucopia.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the question was, what is the name of the main villain of Blade 3 for the Duck? And some of y'all might have been like, wasn't it Dracula? No,
It is Dracula.
it's Dracula,
just
but they
currently
called
call
him
him-
Drake.
They
That was
currently
the-
call him Drake.
That was one of the parts of the movie that I hated so much. So we call him Drake.
How
I was like,
about- What about
That
when
was
Ryan
kind of
Reynolds-
weird.
What about when Ryan Reynolds shows him that comic book and then just chucks it? I'm
And
like,
it was a
"Wow."
real comic book, like a real Marvel comic. It wasn't like a made up
That was
book
a
or
real
anything.
comic
That was a
book.
real book. I really enjoyed that part of it. All right, so I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds for
Yeah,
those
but
of
he
you to get in
fully,
here.
like, disrespects it by throwing it. To
I
him.
know.
Like, whoa, dude, that's actually worse.
Comic
than this.
You're right. That should have been a point.
Right?
Yeah.
In Hunger Games, you can watch Huey from The Boys, Javelin, OSHA. That's right, Huey is in there, and
That's his
OSHA is in there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
She's real,
very
my
nice.
girl.
Very nice. All right, so 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag Drake. We're gonna spin 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw. Round and round it goes. Where it lands, no one on the council knows, but somebody's gonna get a duck and get entered in tomorrow night's big monthly giveaway. Bobby De La Ghetto. He gave Blade a 10.
And you know what? He loves Blade so much, he deserves this.
He does. He does. Bobby De La Ghetto, you have been entered. I believe, I don't know if you have another duck. I gotta look at the list or not, but that's all right. You're in there for tomorrow night. And what is tomorrow night? Tomorrow night is this, ladies and gentlemen. It's New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week. We're gonna give away our monthly giveaway tomorrow night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you tune in. We're gonna give you 3 chances to get ducks tomorrow as well. But at the end of that show, we're giving out this prize that's about a $250 value. Great, great, great stuff. It's got 30 books, about 30 books. 1 action figure, 1 Funko Pop, 1 trade paperback, 1 9.6 CGC 1 in 25 slab. There's also an extra 1 in 25 amongst the comic books. Just a great prize. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific for New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week. And then, no, you know what? I'm not going to promote any other show. We're just going to promote New Keys for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you tune in. All right, guys. Let's get to these comments and then we'll let everybody go. Of course, we give shouts out to everybody that came through tonight. All right, Las Cruces came in. Thank you, Las Cruces. Meatwad number 1 was here. Kamaria was here. Thank you. Gary Woods was here. Thank you. Ryan LCS was in the house. Thank you very much. Make sure you go to your comicbookcommunityaward.org and nominate your channels. Canadian Survivalist is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Jay Margolis came through. Mellow Dope Live came through. Big L. Larry Jackson came through. Bobby De La Ghetto got himself a duck for tomorrow. He came through. Who else? 2 Infernal Affairs came through. Free Key Louie came through. We appreciate you guys so very much. Let's see who else. Izzyverse was in the house tonight. Thank you for joining us, Izzyverse. Remy Q Studios came through. Kenneth Bird came through. Thank you for joining us. Chantal Jean, how would you say that? Baptiste. I love cinema. So do we. That's why we thank you for joining us tonight. Relaxing is in the house. Thank you for joining us tonight. Phil's Treehouse came through. Thank you for joining us tonight. Who else? Hoffrey Castro's in the house. Thank you for joining us tonight, Hoffrey. K-Pop Junkie came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Who else? Is there anybody else? Oh, Joe 47771. Thank you for joining us tonight. Toy Games came through tonight. Shout out to Toy Games.
Did you see his figure?
Yeah.
It's dope, right?
Yeah. Toy Games got a great channel. Go check them out. All right, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So, let me get back over here. Make sure you're tuning in tomorrow night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific, so you can get your chance to win this monthly prize. We're going to go over all the new keys and hot comics that are coming out this week for New Comic Book Day. So, for myself, for C-Bizzle, for Phil, for Cliff, who loves the Acolyte, and Green Shirt Guy. And Green Shirt Guy.
Who really loves the Acolyte.
He really loves the Acolyte, guys. This is all a show.
I love the Acolyte the way he loves Beyonce. It is just a magical time, everybody. Get him.
What?
I don't know, but we'll figure that out later. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you are subscribed. We love you. Thank you. And we will see you next time. Peace.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes?